Welcome to the Eerie Archive. Not everything in the archive is dead and silent. Tonight's tale is taken from page 96. Tonight's case is taken from page 96. Jacob Allen had lost his job, his apartment and his savings. When a house listed at half market value appeared online, he signed within the hour. The only unusual part? The lease included a clause. Tenant will not access the basement under any circumstances. The door was locked. He didn't ask questions. The place was quiet, cold, but livable. The basement door had no knob, just a locked deadbolt. Jacob tried not to think about it, until his third night when he passed it at 3 a.m. and heard breathing. Not wind, not pipes, breathing. There was no switch near the basement door, but some nights a faint glow leaked from underneath. Jacob placed a towel to block it out. In the morning, the towel was gone. He found it later, wet, folded, placed neatly on the kitchen table. Then came scratching, only at night, always from the same place on the floor. It wasn't random, it sounded like counting. 4 scratches, pause, 2, pause, then 8, every night. Jacob called, left voicemails, emailed, no response. Then, one morning, an envelope slid under the door. Inside, a new copy of the lease. Same clause, same signature, but dated 3 months in the future. He placed a thermometer near the basement door. At night, it rose to 92 degrees Fahrenheit. The rest of the house stayed in the 60s. When he tried to open a window, the frame stuck. Later, he noticed the thermostat had been switched off. Not by him. On the 10th night, Jacob woke to the sound of the deadbolt turning. He ran to the door, still shut. But now there was a second lock, new, smooth, brass, and locked from the inside. He set up a voice recorder overnight. It died by morning, but one file remained. You signed again. This time you knew. A man knocked. Said he was from the utility company. No badge, no logo, never made eye contact. He only said, "You'll need to feed it soon," and left. No call had been scheduled. Another lease appeared. Handwritten, no address. It read, "Tenant agrees to remain upstairs. Tenant agrees not to remember what is kept beneath." His signature was already there. Jacob dreamed of the basement, of a staircase with no end. The steps were soft, wet. Breathing surrounded him. At the bottom, a mirror. Inside, himself, older, smiling, and behind him, the basement door was open. He woke to find ash on the floor, drawn in a circular symbol, repeating. At the center, a single handprint. It was his. One morning, Jacob found a lock on his bedroom door. On the outside, he hadn't installed it. No one else had a key. The house phone, dead. His cell, no signal. A final lease was slid under his door. Shorter, no envelope. It read, "Tenant agrees not to resist when the door finally opens. Payment is complete." No signature, just a fingerprint, his own. Jacob was never reported missing. No official record of him exists in county files. The house is now vacant, but people say it isn't empty. At night there's movement, footsteps, pacing. The basement door is still locked, but the light underneath it is always on. This file is now sealed until the next file is open. Subscribe to access the archive. New cases arrive weekly.